Ooh, that's a really nice picture. I like that.
I can tell we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Except, it's just you.
Yeah, it is. I don't actually know how you do that. Now that I think about it.
Well, that's fine. I can just sit here and be your commentator.
No, it's okay. We're gonna switch between controllers.
I mean,
there's
I'd much rather not.
you
I'd
really
much rather
prefer
just
not?
watch you and just be like your commentator.
You sure?
Yeah, just so I can
Okay.
make fun of you and not have to worry about myself being an idiot.
Okay. I'm totally okay with that because this is like a new map and it's gonna be like explore.
So, he is on Endor.
Endor.
We're going to watch a woman, apparently.
And who the heck cares? Ooh. This
Stand against.
You know, this place is freaking burning, on fire, destroyed, and it still is freaking beautiful.
It's Endor. When is it never going to be beautiful?
Exactly. Amen.
I would live on Endor. If I could live on any Star Wars planet ever, it would be Endor or Naboo. Did you see that, dude?
Yeah, you know what's funny? You burped right as I walked into the bubble shield. So it sounded like the sound effect for when you walk into a bubble shield.
Was it burp?
Was burp.
Burp.
Yeah,
Burp.
sounded like Jabba the Hutt
burp.
burping.
Burp.
Oh, hang on, I'm just cold.
Swarm those toasty buns.
Yeah, so that way you can use them on frickin' what are they called?
No, stand in that. There you go. That'll make them real toasty.
Oh, I'm burning.
Well, at least we know that your captors will kindly appreciate what you did for them today. Oh,
Sup? America!
That's not gonna work.
That did nothing.
It just splintered a tree. Can you actually destroy the trees? Shoot a tree.
Yeah, but depending if you're in like a bigger thing.
Quick, get that before the one dude.
Screw you. Is that freaking Greedo?
No, that's the guy.
That's the Bane character from Clone Wars.
Oh crap! What was his name?
Bane.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane. That was his name.
No.
Just like skin.
Well.
Funkenboog. Hey, Funkenboog, come back here. You Funkenboog.
I can't say that without actually saying the word. I don't.
Funkenboog.
Yeah, I don't trust myself to say that.
Say it.
I can't.
Say it.
I can't.
Say it.
I can't.
I want to see how badly you can do it. It's Funkenboog.
Whoa. Hang on. I think we just found a game and...
Floating rock.
Yeah, see? See that?
Floating rock.
See that?
I like how we're having to point this out.
Yeah, fix that. Freaking EA.
Well, I'll be back.
Got nothing to do. So I saw a bird today. It's pretty cool. I flew in, took a dump on my mother's just car windshield. Just boom. Saw it happen. Nobody asking any questions. Didn't hesitate. Just did it. That is called dedication and confidence. So next time you see someone you don't like, poop on their windshield. Just do it. Because if they don't like you and you don't like them, what's any harm in making you hate them even more? Right? Wink. This is like frickin' World War II. Woohoo! Oh, this guy's dead. Come here. Oh! No! What? Why? Why do you gotta do that to me, man? Okay, there we go. This place is freaking beautiful. Cloud refresh? What the bull crap is that?
Make sure you edit the part out where you're all alone so that way you don't sound like you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Frickin' spider webs are even frickin' beautiful.
Wait, maybe you're in Oh. Shoot it. See what happens. Can't be male or related to me, so
yeah.
You got killed by Sideways. He killed you sideways,
You know,
man.
I think there's a way to actually be the AT-AT.
You have to be on the enemy side.
Yeah. You have to be on the enemy side and randomly selected. I don't actually know how
You're
that
randomly
works.
selected in the beginning, but then other people has a chance to, like, whenever there's fighters in the sky. This is just stuff from videos I've been watching of this game. If you can actually get to it. You got killed by Funkenboog again. But if you it randomly selects someone at the beginning, but same as with fighters, it is a possibility to pick it up, and then you can just, and it's like yours.
What?
Okay, you know how on maps where there's fighters, and you
Yes.
can be in the fighter?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that with the AT-ATs. It's just someone has to die first. I think is how they have it. What's this? Stuff.
Oh, Boba Fett is fat.
Boba Fett's on 1 health and he killed you. He killed 2 people while he was on 1 health.
Well, he's freaking Boba Fett, so...
That's true. Boba Fett never dies.
Boba Fett does die.
No, he doesn't. In the comics, in the original comics, he comes back. Like his
Well,
buddy-
technically, the comics are freaking... What's that word I'm looking for?
False?
No, not false. It's more like, what's the word?
It was made by LucasArts. You
No.
know, the people who...
Nope. It's,
Insane Turtle.
I think it starts with a C. No, it's, what is it? Holy crap.
Like, what is it? Tell us what it's supposed to mean.
Like, it's...
Balls made up.
No.
It's creative.
No. Like... Like, it could have happened, but it didn't actually happen. Like... It's not historical fiction, and it's not anything like that. It's wow.
You're saying it could have been a possibility sort of thing. It's like this might have happened.
I want to say the word gamma, but that is
Gamma
not...
does not start with a C.
Exactly.
Gamma is a radiation form, I think, isn't it? Because that's what the Hulk got. Gamma radiation.
Gamma rays. What is it?
So
where's my?
You're thinking of. Thomas, I don't even know what you're thinking of.
Canon. That's what it was called.
It's canon.
Canon.
It's canon.
Hey, it's canon.
You're gonna die to fire. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
will.
laugh. But
Did start with a C.
the point is that's what was supposed to have happened after the movies. That's why they were by LucasArts.
Yeah, but see, the whole thing is canon. Like Darth Plagueis. Even that is canon. Like
it was mentioned in the movies. How could it?
It was mentioned in the movies, but it wasn't like the.
It wasn't
okay, his
canon.
story was mentioned in the
It's not canon when George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, is like, yo. He patented them. He was like, okay, yeah. His own company created them.
Yeah.
He's saying this is what happened afterwards, basically.
So let me get this straight. LucasArts made a comic, okay?
They made several.
Wait. I'm telling you something. They made a comic, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They
Jitterbug.
Okay. LucasArts made a comic, and it was a comic book about Han Solo and Chewbacca, okay?
Sure.
They were in space, and they were getting shot at a Imperial starship.
Yeah.
Star Destroyer, my bad.
Yeah.
And, well, frick, crap. They got hit, and they made it crash on a planet.
Yeah.
Two guys.
So you can take the point of your story?
No. This is not my story. This is a legitimate comic book that happened. Okay.
Okay.
They ran into some Native Americans. Okay.
That can't happen considering Native Americans were not even in Star Wars.
They killed Han Solo. And then 53 whatever, how many years, whatever you want to call it, years later, Han Solo's skeleton was found by Indiana Jones and Short Round. Okay?
Okay, you do realize
And while they were trying to look for the ancient Bigfoot known as Chewbacca.
Okay.
This is a legitimate comic book that they wrote.
It was
so
not.
You're telling me that is part of the Star Wars universe.
It was not a legitimate comic book because there was no way that they would bring Native Americans and Indiana Jones into Star Wars universe because those are two different separate realms.
But what you're saying is that anything that they write about Star Wars happens in Star Wars.
Considering if it was written by George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars, I'm going to say pretty much sure, go for it. But I mean, George Lucas couldn't do any more crap than he already has.
What I'm trying to say is Darth Plagueis
was real.
No, Darth Plagueis' story was real. But Darth Plagueis' name might not be his name. And it may not be Darth... And his name... No, not even... He may not look how he looks. They might do that because, you know, they want the fans to know, hey, this is that. But I'm just saying, like, they...
Thomas.
What? I'm saying that it's canon. Unless they do it in the movies, it's canon. Like,
movies... No, the new movies aren't even going to do anything to help the series. It's... you know what? Think what you want, buddy. Go on. Just think what you want.
No.
You lost.
I'm telling you the truth. That stuff can be canon. Not everything the comics in the Star Wars is real.
Oh, I like that, guys. I like that kind of stuff. That's a cool picture. I want that picture. I'm gonna get that picture even if it kills me. Look at all the crappy points you got.
Yeah, because I was freaking telling you how much canon there is in Star Wars. What time is it?
So you're saying that, according to you, if someone told the story how Yoda got to the Jedi Temple, like when he was a baby, you're saying that would also be considered canon? Because it was not mentioned in the movies at all. But it was mentioned in books and comics.
If it wasn't... Okay. There can be 1,000 books about Star Wars, okay?
There's probably about that much.
But only the movies can confirm it. And whatever the movies don't confirm is called canon. Like, Star Wars: The Clone Wars is a canon parallel universe to Star Wars.
Yeah, but let's face it, though. If every Star Wars book about the Star Wars universe says Boba Fett did survive, because he did, because in all this stuff, he got saved by his buddy.
Okay, I will say this. Disney...
You can look it up. Darth Vader... Not Darth Vader.
No. Disney is making a movie that will come out sometime soon about Boba Fett. That's going to be just Boba Fett based.
I'm going to watch that movie, and they better not mess crap up, because if they do that, then I'm done.
And it might be something involving his backstory after if he survived or he didn't. I don't know. But point is, until that movie comes out, until the trailer, maybe even the teaser comes out, until we even don't know the storyline, that entire thing is canon. We don't know if it's true.
Just because it wasn't in a movie.
Because the movies don't confirm it.
So you're saying, even though George Lucas does confirm it, it would still be considered canon, just because the movies did not confirm it. because the thing that he created himself did not confirm it.
Okay, think of it like this, okay? Each book is a rough draft, and then the movie
Rough draft, not rough raft.
rough draft, and it's the and the movie is the grand finale and is the last finale rough draft, okay?
Okay.
Then like the movies confirm it.
Okay.
There can be thousands of books, and there can be thousands of stuff on different ways that said thing can happen. But
What you're just trying to say is that because it wasn't in the movies, there's no way we can know that it is like that.
screw that guy. Yeah, pretty much.
Why didn't you just say that? Because they wouldn't have had this whole ordeal. We could have been over this conversation 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We could have been talking about something else, like how this TIE fighter looks really epic.
But it doesn't, though.
But we could have been talking about crap like that, or how the terrain looks really cool. But instead, we were sitting here arguing over canon.
About how Boba Fett's story could be canon.
Yeah. Because you could have just said, in my opinion, something that
No, it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
Okay, you could have just said, because it's a fact that this and that. You had to...
Like, in my opinion...
Before you argue, it might be a good idea to think before you argue. Like, what am I going to say to help convince him?
Listen, buddy, I leap before sight, okay?
That's how you're going to die. You're just going to be like, you know, I'm just going to run for it. And you're going to run, and you're just going to fall off a cliff. And you're just going to be like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah, who the heck cares? As long as I get to say, trust me, I got this first, I'm fine.
As you jump into the jaws of a T-Rex.
Hey, you want to fly this?
No.
You sure?
Star Wars,
dude, this is freaking fun.
I like Star Wars Battlefront, but it's just not my game, you know? Like,
really?
The original Battlefronts I liked because you got to play either the Clone Wars or the Empire or whatever, you know?
You get to play as the clones or the freaking rebels in this game.
It's stormtroopers, and they're technically not clones. They explain that to you They explain that to you in the film, so it's not canon.
What?
Finn wasn't a clone.
Yeah, he was.
Well, he was a clone, but it was someone else. But
okay. He wasn't a clone. He was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. He even said it.
That exactly. So you have to be more specific because the Empire is not the same as the clone troopers.
No, the First Order is not the same as
the Empire or the Rebels because or the clones because the clones were specifically the clones of Jango Fett. The stormtroopers were clones of other people that were randomly chosen because Jango Fett's DNA was wearing thin because they were cloning so much.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with the First Order.
Could you clone a clone?
No. That's why they couldn't do it in Star Wars. Because the DNA is still... It wouldn't work. You just end up with a clone of that clone, if you could even do that. Hey, Ian. Come here. We have a question for you. Is it possible to clone a clone? Because I don't think so, because wouldn't the DNA just...
Clone a clone?
Yeah.
Yeah, clone a clone.
Could you clone a clone?
Like a clone or just a clone in general?
Just like a clone of something. Like a clone of Baylor or something. Could you clone that?
If I clone Baylor, could I clone the clone?
Yeah.
Yes.
But wouldn't it be like different than the DNA? Because if that's so, then how come they didn't do that in Star Wars to get more clone troopers?
When you clone something, you're not changing the DNA of the clone. It's the same DNA. So
then how come they didn't do that in Star Wars?
The reason they didn't do that in Star Wars is because it would have been pointless. Because they had cloned the one guy and it would have been the same stuff, and B, they had to grow them from being babies
to full-grown men and like that.
And
but it's just like if they could do that, how come during the entire like first or the second trilogy, so like 1, 2, and 3, and the Clone Wars, how come they're always talking about we need more Jango Fett's DNA, but thanks to Obi-Wan killing him, we can't?
Because the clones are his DNA, but they aren't all of it.
They only got some of it.
They cloned what they needed for soldiers, and if they wanted those soldiers to be better and think differently than they do and be better in war, they would want more of his DNA.
So they couldn't clone clones because it wouldn't have everything that his DNA had. They just had what would make their soldiers.
Yes. They would have had perfect clones, but they wouldn't have had
Perfect
their
soldiers.
weapons. Yes.
Okay, there you go. You understand that, Thomas?
I was too busy shooting stuff.
They couldn't clone clones because they would just end up with
Clones.
yeah.
I
Nothing
mean,
else.
that would be the goal, right? To end
No.
up with to have more.
You wanted more of Jango Fett's DNA to get all of his DNA. They only had enough in there so that they could have the clones and the army and the soldiers that they needed. If they had more of his stuff, they would have been better soldiers, but he was dead, so they couldn't get him. So they couldn't clone a clone to make more clones because there's no point in that. There just isn't any point in that.
But you would. Okay, wait.
It wouldn't get them anything new, and they can't take a guy and then have two of those guys. They have to take the guy, and the way that cloning works in the Star Wars universe is you take the guy and then you grow a copy of him as a baby to a guy, and that's just as fast and does nothing new.
They'd just be getting the same thing. It'd be like eating the same thing for like years.
Yeah, it's like if I have 3 of these hats,
Mhm.
and then I have a 4th one, and I like the 4th one more, there's no reason to like the 4th one more. I have 4 of them.
Unless you have a special connection with that full hat.
If one of them has a hole in it, it's like, oh, it's special. I remember when that hole got in it. And then I lose the hole, and I'm arguing over whether or not the other 3 are still better, and they're the same thing, then it's pointless. Is what that means. That's how that works.
So you get it now? What?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That was like 3 hours of conversation.
That was 10 minutes.
How do you feel? I think when you were arguing with me about canon?